Hello friends, I'm DragoNate. I'm not wearing my ring. Welcome back to another DragoNate Reading Your Answers video. Last week I asked you, what was the question again? It was, what do you think you cannot do? You guys answered, and I'll be reading them in this week's video today, right now, basically. But first, of course, we need a new question for this week. So let's get that going. Your new question is going to be, what do you dislike about YouTube? Just in general, about watching videos, about being on the site, just whatever. What do you dislike about YouTube? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll read them next week. Now let's see what you think you can't do. Croco thinks he can't lick his elbow. But of course you can. Watch. Did it. Also, a few people seem to really like me using the green screen, so here's the green screen. I hope you enjoy it, because apparently the behind my room, real life, is trash or something. So never mind about that. I'm kidding, but enjoy the ridiculous green screen that we have going on here for reasons. And Mitsu says ballet. My joints are a bit off compared to a normal person, so if I started to do ballet, I would get bad problems and maybe a permanent injury. Well, that I guess I completely understand. I'm not going to argue with that one, okay? But I'm sure at least some of the dance moves, you'd be able to do some of them at least, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know what that entails. Tia Lisa says public speaking. She wouldn't be able to do in front of people, not a camera. Every time I've tried, I've passed out, so I know at this point I cannot. And then about my shirt, she always thinks of Ren Fair, Renaissance Fair, when she sees those silk-like shirts. And glad to be here and make it to streams as well. Well, I'm glad you're here. As for public speaking, honestly, I never thought I'd be able to do something like that either. Like I never thought that I would be any kind of a teacher when I grew up, when I was in school and everything. But now, as you guys know, I coach parkour, so obviously I'm teaching to classes and stuff. And it's really interesting because I'm actually a shy person. So it's kind of weird how that works and everything. But yeah, I guess it helps to find something that makes you comfortable in the moment, I guess. If I were to just like go on stage and talk in front of a group of people, there'd be no way I could do it. When I'm coaching though, it's completely different. I don't know why. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah. And DLT Dav thinks he can't do nothing as long as just as long as I put my mind to it. Practice makes perfect. So here's nothing in the background for you. It's just dark blackness because you can't do nothing. Actually, that would be the one thing you probably couldn't do is nothing. And my mom says, I don't think I can do parkour. Right now I can barely walk without help. Hard to do this kind of stuff with a walker. Yes, it probably would be. But I don't think I could do the swing on bars, flips, or even the jumping required, even if it wasn't using a walker and walking again without any help. Well, you never know. Maybe I'm sure if you didn't have those things, I'm sure it could be possible. And Funny Fluffy's not too sure. Feels like he can't do most things, but I don't think that's true. Because you can do a lot of stuff. Your art is definitely very good, and I think that's something you're very amazing at. And aside from videos and games that you play and stuff, I haven't seen too much else from what you could possibly do, so I can't say otherwise. But your art is extremely amazing, like your drawings and stuff. They're really amazing. And Benny says, rip me, sports. I'm really not the best in this, but I try my best. Well, that's all you can really do, right? Try your best, do your best. If it's not something you like, don't do it, don't care, whatever. If you have to do it for school, I guess, you know, that's a different story. But otherwise, when I was in school, I never liked sports either. Actually, I still don't really like sports, but I think more like team sports and stuff, because I love swimming, I love to run, and I love climbing. So it's not, you know, physical activity that I don't like. It's just that team sports, things like soccer, basketball, football, things like that, I'm no good at and I don't really like very much. But of course now I also do parkour, which was never something I thought I'd be doing when I was younger, although it was something I always wanted to do. When I found out I could take classes and such, I decided to do it, and that's where I am now. Now, as for something that I cannot do, there's lots of things that I always think I can't do. Usually it's not something just kind of in general, because I don't really think about that, I guess, but when it comes to parkour, I see some tricks that people do, or you know, how well they do a certain trick, and I'm like, I could never do that. That's never gonna happen, which isn't really true. And I think at some point, that'll kind of change. And I think for the most part, you could do anything as long as you put your mind to it and you give yourself the right attitude and that kind of thing. It could be possible, definitely very possible, but that would be a matter of whether you want to do it or not. Because if it's something you want to do or want to try, then all you have to do is focus on it and work hard at it. But if you don't really care for it, it's not going to happen most likely. And that is okay too. And that is it for this video. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for your answers once again. I will see you again next week. Don't forget your question, which is, again, what do you dislike the most about YouTube? Or, well, what do you dislike about YouTube? Leave your answers in the comments below and I'll read them next week. Also, I haven't done this in a little while, but Humble Bundle has some new bundles, obviously, going on, of course. They have a game development book bundle pack, and they have a Humble Publisher Weekend sale, so they have a sale for that. They have another ebook bundle about learning to code, and a Doctor Who comic book bundle. Right there, the Doctor Who bundle. We got all these books and stuff right there. Comic books, I should mention. Go take a look at that if that's something you're interested in. I know a lot of people really enjoy Doctor Who. So yeah, that's that. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you again next week. Have a wonderful day, wonderful week. Bye bye, and God bless.